Hey guys, so you're thinking about buying a Traxxas Xmaxx 8S. Can't blame you. In one word, they're absolutely awesome. However, that's not what today's video is about. Today's video is about 3 areas that I feel like are just commonly overlooked and at least require a little bit of consideration before you go out and pull the trigger and purchase an Xmaxx for yourself. You might find after going through this list that it just might be a smarter option for you to go with something more like a Traxxas Rustler or the standard 1/10 scale Traxxas Xmaxx, even something in the Arma 3S line 1/10 or 1/8 scale. So the first and seemingly most obvious thing to consider would be cost. That's one of the first things that everybody considers with almost everything. But a lot of people are slapped with some sticker shock because they go into it expecting to pay a good chunk of money for an Xmaxx, but what they're forgetting to add into that cost is the fact that you need not only one, but at a minimum 2 batteries. So you're going to need at a minimum 2 3S packs. If you want to run it on 8S and get its full power, full speed, you're going to need 2 4S packs. So you're already talking about doubling your cost initially for batteries versus, say, a 1/10 scale rig, something that runs on a 2 or 3S pack. So it's much more than just simply how much does the truck cost if you don't have already all the necessary supplies. Keep that in mind before you make your purchase. The second thing that I would recommend you strongly consider is, what do you have readily accessible for areas to use your chosen RC? And if you don't have somewhere that is really easily accessible to use this thing, that is big open space where it can get out and do what it's designed to do without being a danger to anyone, I might suggest that you look at something smaller, because once the newness wears off, I guarantee that it's not going to seem or sound as exciting to go through the chore of loading the thing up and driving 45 minutes or an hour to somewhere that's suitable to use it. So, just another thing to take into consideration before pulling the trigger on this one. Last but not least, this thing is big, it is heavy, therefore it is dangerous. It is dangerous to people, it's dangerous to animals, it's dangerous to property. So really, where you use it, there is a certain degree of responsibility obviously involved. And really, I feel like a person could set themselves up for a negligence lawsuit if you used this incorrectly. It is that big that it could damage property or a person bad enough to the point where you might be looking at some trouble. So that is a serious thing to take into consideration, in my opinion, that would just be often overlooked. Now, if you've taken all of these things into consideration, thought about them heavily, and you still feel like the Xmaxx is for you, by all means, I'm not trying to talk anybody out of anything. This thing is, as I said in the first place, in one word, awesome. I would recommend it to anybody that can get the most out of it. This is simply to try to prevent more of these from showing up than there already are, which amazes me, on used online marketplaces. And if you're in the market for one, I'd suggest you start by looking there. You could save yourself probably a couple $100 easily off something that's in like new condition, because someone didn't take one of or more of these things into consideration for themselves. So anyways, I hope it helped shed some light on some things, and until next time guys, take care.